We welcome you to the Augusta Civic Center as MunseyMediaSports.com brings you Moose basketball. Tonight the Moose will be taking on Bunker Hill Community College. Back-to-back games for the Moose. They're coming off a 30-point victory in last night's game as they won that one going away 80-50 against the University of Maine at Machias. Hello, everybody. I'm Rob Munsing, joined by Nate Munsing here from the Civic Center, as we said. Set to go down on the floor to get the starters for tonight's game. Bunker Hill Community College just outside of Boston, Charlestown. They come in, they fill in a block in this schedule that was left vacant with the dissolving of one of the league teams. So they were able to try to get the doubleheader, but they couldn't do it. So they did get the women's game, which will give the women a chance to fill in their schedule here tonight. Bunker Hill Community College, they come in at 4-0, and the at 0-4. I'm sorry, the University of Maine Augusta, the single loss on the season against Central Maine Community College. So they are 7-1 on the season. Well, we want to send out some congratulations again here tonight, and we're certainly pleased to be able to recognize the USCAA National Player of the Week. We'll get the starters first, and we'll go to that.
Number 3, Lelandette Nieves, a guard from Boston, Massachusetts. Number 4, Ariana
Casmill,
a forward from Boston,
Nieves.
Massachusetts. Number 11,
Amina Pettiford,
a guard from Saugus, Massachusetts. Number 20,
Jessica Allen out of Saugus, Mass.
And a forward from Boston, Massachusetts. Number 21, Lady
Pena Guerrera, the 5th starter here for the Bulldogs. So we've got Bulldogs and Moose going after it tonight. So now we'll take a look at the starters here for your Moose on this Moose Call.
A guard from Dixman, Maine. Number 10, Sydney Moore.
Sydney Moore, the Nokomis High School graduate out of Dixmont, Maine.
From Washburn, Maine. Number 12,
Carmen Bragg out of the powerhouse down east, Washburn High School.
A point guard from
now a
Fairfield,
senior.
Maine. Number 15, Dominique Lewis.
Dominique Lewis, the 5'6" sophomore bombardier from Lawrence High School in Fairfield.
Number 21,
Caitlin LaFountain, the USCAA National Player of the Week. We'll talk about that in a minute. And Kate Stevens finishes it for the start.
And now, ladies and gentlemen.
So we'll take a quick break here. When we come back, we'll have the tip-off of this one from the Augusta Civic Center after this.
Junior Trojan Football and Cheering would like to thank Maine Athletic Fundraising for allowing us to build this beautiful facility. We raised $18,000 in our first year with Maine Athletic Fundraising, $28,000 last year, and we hope to top that again this year.
Say hello to Scrubby. I'm the Spectrum Schnauzer, and I'm ready to go viral on your internet browser. Don't ask me to stay or tell me to sit. I enjoy being active and love to stay fit. Keep an eye out for Scrubby when you're out in the streets. I like high fives better than sugary treats. It's my goal to help others get out and be healthy, but I never turn away a chance at taking a selfie. There's a lot to know about Scrubby, but these are just starters. You can learn more. Just visit Spectrum Healthcare Partners.
And as we come back, we want to recognize Caitlin LaFountain, the USCAA National Player of the Week. Quite an honor for Caitlin. Last week, she and Dustin Simpson-Bragg were winners of the male and female Players of the Week for the YSCC. This is the national award, the USCAA. So congratulations to Caitlin. She's had an outstanding start of her season, and we'll look to continue that here tonight. So we'll go down here, get the tip-off of this one. The Bulldogs, we said, looking for their first win on the season. Lewis has got it here for the Moose. Stolen away. This will be the Bulldogs' first possession. They'll hold outside. Neves lost it for the Bulldogs, and now it's in possession of the Moose. And where she left off last night, shooting threes, Sydney Moore continues with this one. Sydney Moore, we talked to Sydney last night, very personal young lady, and when she was talking about, we talked about her three-point shooting, and she finally, she said to me, finally. She's been struggling with that, but she got on the ball last night with it and continues here. Tipped away, LaFountain with the ball. Comes Carmen with it. Carmen Bragg going to pull it up, get into Stevens. Stevens up, and she'll make that tough shot inside. Good start for the Moose. 4-0 early for the Moose. 5-0, I'm sorry. Hit the three ball to start with, and then 2-point basket. Another team with dark uniforms and dark numbers out of bounds. Neves will put it into play here for the Bulldogs. Into the hands of Allen, Jessica Allen. Allen out of Saugus, Mass. Goes to work out front. Skips it back outside. Bunker Hill resets the offense. Casimir got it right side. Good defense there, stepping in. Domi Lewis, Domi, little hesitation up and drops it home left-handed. Nice little hesitation dribble for Domi Lewis. So the Moose off early and often, 7-0 here. They'll pick up in the half court. Bunker Hill actually looking for their first good possession. Looped inside, didn't connect. They were trying to get it inside. Dupena Guerrero.
UMA doing a nice job early on here, Rob, defensively pushing the ball out on the perimeter, really not letting anything penetrate down in.
Lewis left side will go. Carmen Bragg with it now. Stevens, nice cut and nice finish there that time for Caitlin LaFountain.
We saw that same setup and that play a lot last night, and they were having some difficulty with that initial bounce pass down underneath on the cutter. Very well executed there.
Good harassment defense, Sydney Moore out front, and we got travel calls as Lewis stepped in. Casimir traveled, and it looks like we're going to get a quick timeout. So we'll take a look at we can take a quick look here at the league standings. This is a non-league game, but we can take a look where. So now we're back with you with the sound. See Central Maine Community College. They're at 5-0 in the league. They're playing tonight. I think they're playing Unity tonight. And the Moose right behind them there at 5-1. The Moose's loss in the league came to Central Maine Community College. That was a game that was nip and tuck there for a while, with Central Maine pulling ahead in the final and fourth quarter. Back to action here. Moore got it way out to Lewis. She's way downtown.
Number 15, Dominique Lewis for 3.
The Bunker Hill ladies are thinking, wow,
Yeah, what do we do about that? She's shooting from the circle at a half court.
They're saying she's shooting from that bridge we came over and came up north. That was a real bomb by Domi, but when there's probably not a lot of scouting that went into this one, as it was a late edition of the schedule and whatnot. So they'll know now. They'll know they have to come out on number 15. She's got another one, but she passes it up. Yeah, she got it over to Carmen because it was Carmen's turn. So 3-3 so far here for the Moose. All three of the three-point shooters have rung one home from the outside. Moore first, then Lewis, and you just saw Carmen Bragg. Dished inside, step over by LaFountain. This is Pena Guerrero. She's going to throw it up and get fouled. So Caitlin will pick up her first foul, team first, 6:36 left. Big start here for the Moose. Remember, just a single game tonight, as we were scheduled for the doubleheader. And I want to thank Jen Laney. She said, you guys come up, do this game, and it was on the schedule originally. We're going to honor that, so we thank her for that. Wonderful people here. Kim took good care of us again and got us some snacks up here and all that. So probably should have gotten Nate some NyQuil. Nate feeling a little under the weather today, so we're going to let him just kind of rest up and go back down. Me way downtown. She got another one.
Boy, we might have some records set in this one.
Wow. Well, Domi's already got the school record. She hit 11 in an early season game. Moose on the prowl. They'll launch again. That one will ring out. Fought for the rebound. Pulled down there by Pettiford. For Bunker Hill Community College, the Bulldogs. Neves into the corner. Comes the cutter. Allen got it back outside, and there's a three.
Number 11,
Pettiford with the three. 18-5. Little give and go tried to work there, but they'll come back over the other side, and ringing it down is off the rim is Moore, and we'll get tie up, and it'll be possession. It'll favor the Bulldogs of Bunker Hill Community College. Just outside of Boston, they're located in Charlestown. Their coach is Jen Colburn Logan. Left side. Neves goes, gets rejected by Stevens, put the big paw up, and now off to Lewis. Domi to Carmen. Carmen dishes back offside to Moore, who's got another three.
Number 10, Sydney Moore for 3.
So Sydney, 2 threes in this one. Early on here for the Moose. Got to think this will be an opportunity for Coach Laney to go into the bench and give those kids a lot of work tonight as well, so that'll be good.
Yeah, my guess is that we'll probably have some shifts, some all-out changes.
Skipped inside to Kate Stevens, who finishes nicely.
43, Kate Stevens.
Yeah, you can give Kate about any kind of pass in there, and she's able to handle it. She's got really, really good hands for one of the bigs, and you see it with her passing. She utilizes the bounce pass that you don't see a lot, and you can give it to her in a bad position, and she's able to get herself into a position where she can make the layup. So we got some changes coming in already, both sides. We'll try to pick these up as they come in. Emily Billings is in the game here for the Moose. And let's see, Catherine Sanborn in the game. Jessica Allen goes to take it off the dribble. She gets defended, and it comes in the hands of Lewis. It was Emily Billings with the good defense. Moore up and in.
Number 10, Sydney Moore
8 points for Sydney out of the block. 25-5. Moose on the way to a commanding lead, 20-point lead here in the first quarter, and still a lot to play in it. That was Soto Hernandez with the shot. She didn't get it home. Emily Billings got it back outside to Caitlin. They try to get Billings inside. She says, I got to get out of the forest. Comes Caitlin with a nice move and power home.
Caitlin the Fountain.
Allen with it. Billings on the defense. Allen tried to go through, got cut off. Allen's got it back. The dribble's alive. Tried to dish it inside. Trying to hit I think it was Soto Hernandez, but not able to do it. LaFountain goes up and gets fouled, and she'll shoot. 2:56 left here. We're in the first quarter. 27-5. You're watching Munson Media's Moose Call here on MunsonMediaSports.com. Want to thank our wonderful sponsors. Maine Athletic Fundraising, the Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation, and Spectrum Healthcare Partners. You'll see some features on our sponsors at halftime. LaFountain to get another one. Moose will have one more contest that we'll cover. It'll be next Tuesday. They'll have Unity College. And that will finish it up with the semester break coming. Exams first, and then the semester break will pick the Moose back up after the break in January. Skipped in the corner. More on the defense. I think it skipped along the line out of bounds. Bunker Hill drops back. I think they've decided they probably don't have the personnel to play a pressing game. Sanborn with a nice pass into Sydney. She couldn't get it up and home as she was on the left side. Bumped out of bounds is going to be Kylie Kemp. It's a little bump. So it's Kemp, Billings, Moore, Sanborn, and Stevens are the five for the Moose. Sanborn makes room for herself back outside. Moore's going to shoot one, and she got 3 threes. So she is on fire tonight. It's funny how just a little confidence, you could see it when she talked to us last night. Sydney was talking about finally the three-point shot came, and she'd been working hard on it, and it takes a little time, and she's just a freshman this year, and she's played a little bit in this big auditorium, but it takes a little bit of time for the sightlines, and they don't practice here all the time. So I think she's feeling pretty confident about that shot, and they've been smart enough to feed the hot hand. 32-5. Moose will check 3 more back in. I think you'll see this steady type rotation. They've only got 3 on the bench, so that's all they can do.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, unfortunately. For Bunker Hill, they got to keep facing the same rotation, these same players coming in and out.
Well, what you'll see, it's a little bit of actually what we saw happening last night where, Caitlin didn't take a shot for a long, long time as she was feeding her teammates. Stolen away. Comes Bunker Hill. They're going to hold it up here. Neves bounces it in. Gets it back. Looks to go. The dish inside. Kick out. Pop outside, irons up. Head of the pack is LaFountain. She goes up and gets fouled. So good heads-up look. And Caitlin LaFountain will go to the free throw line. First one's good. Cannonball. No press here by the Moose, as they have from the very get-go played back in the half court. And Domi with a steal. Here comes Lewis up and rolls it out. But Caitlin's there for the rebound and home. Good follow by Caitlin LaFountain. Out of bounds, and I think he said white, but he meant
he
black.
pointed the right direction.
Yeah, he pointed the right
color.
direction, said the wrong color. I thought it was just me colorblind. Inbound, tipped away by Lewis. So we're trying to get it in on the cut to Casimir. Sanborn got it, lost it. Eves goes up, no, won't go. Lewis gets pounded to the floor and foul's called. .53 seconds left here in the first quarter. Kylie Kemp got it into the corner. Bragg back outside. Sanborn, the cut to LaFountain. Off balance, dishes inside. Some good harassment defense by Bunker Hill. And what do we got? Got a quick timeout, okay? So I want to thank Kim Dowling for her very kind gestures towards us here, the athletic administrator assistant here working the game. Got a lot to do to get set up for the game. She's always here well before everybody else, and I came a little early trying to do some scoreboard work today, get our little gadget working, and Kim was already here, already had our snacks up here, our waters, little go-to snacks, so we thank her for that. It's been all Moose in this one. Playing out the final 30 seconds of this first one. 29 seconds, 29.6 on the clock. We can't go there on our clock, so we're just a touch off sometimes. Rung out. Kemp was on the rebound, knocked it out of bounds, so it'll be Bunker Hill ball. Allen to inbound here for Bunker Hill, the Bulldogs. Allen gets it back. I'm sorry, that's Neves, not Allen. LaFountain stops, puts it up, and drops it home. 38-5, all Moose. And at the buzzer, it won't go. So it played one. You see the score, 38-5. We're back. It'll be the second quarter. We come back to Augusta Civic Center after this message.
Falmouth Orthopedic Center. Central Maine Orthopedics. OA Centers for Orthopedics. All play on the same team. Maine's top orthopedic practices have joined forces for more efficient and affordable orthopedic care. Introducing Spectrum Orthopedics.
Back with you here from the Augusta Civic Center. Sorry for that little blackout there. We're trying to work through with our vendor on our little scoreboard bot to try to make it work, and I was actually answering an email, so. Been all Moose. Let's see who's out there for the Moose here. Be Sydney Moore, Carmen Bragg. Emily Billings, number 5, is out there. Caitlin LaFountain, 21. And Kate Stevens, 85 for the Moose. Bunker Hill trying to get off the offensive snide here a little bit. Neves got it left side. Swung it to the outside. Casimir to Neves. Into the post. Good strong take, a little bit off as Caitlin LaFountain did a pretty good defensive job on Pena Guerrero and knocked her off her spot. Little inside-outside game, comes back to Carmen for the three, and she's netting it. And Carmen's three-point shooting came on last night. Not that it had gone anywhere. She's among the leaders in percentage of three-point shooters in the YSCC, but she took a few more of them last night. That's going to be a hell ball. It'll go to the Moose. In the corner, Carmen out high. Kate Stevens has it. They'll swing it back around. Pop outside. Billings, no. Rebound, lipped up and out. Picking up your dribble way out there is usually a call for disaster. They'll swing it back out high. Casimir, she'll go left side. In the passing lane, doing a good job was Emily Billings. Here comes Emily, puts it up left-handed. Caitlin follows and puts it home.
21.
They just don't have an athlete to match up with Caitlin here at all.
Yeah, Caitlin doing a nice job of cleaning up all those stray layups that are kind of going all over the place for UMA.
Well, it's that cross-country work she did all fall, right?
She's getting down the court. Yeah, that's one thing that we
great
really noticed.
shape.
Yeah.
She's in great shape, and she says it really, really benefited her doing the cross-country this fall. She says she's no threat to break any records and all that, but Carmen went down in a heap. She's got a big smile on her face with it. Sydney Moore gets it ahead. They get it to Stevens. She goes up, and ball gets knocked out of bounds. The feed comes to LaFountain, and she'll glass one home. The National Player of the Week, Caitlin LaFountain. Congratulations to Caitlin. Congratulations to the Moose basketball program for that national award. Casimir got it inside, but it was stolen away by Bragg. Nice rejection coming back the other way, and who's got it? It's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be Bunker Hill basketball. Into Allen it goes. She'll run the point guard here, Jessica Allen. Very young team, these Bulldogs. All freshmen out on the floor right now. In fact, the whole roster is pretty much freshmen. So they're looking to, test themselves against a really good team here. That was a good block. Got the ball in the body. And there was a foul call. So at the free throw line, Emily Billings. Got a check-in coming. See that number, Nate? 23? Nazaire, I believe, is now in the game, number 23.
Number 5, Emily Billings, one good at the line.
So Billings was one of two. Looks like they want to get a check-in in here, and they will. LaFountain will set. Sanborn in. Three-point pop outside's all net. Well done there. That was Jessica Allen on the three ball. Jessica might want to think about taking a few more of those. That was a nice release. Outside it goes. Entry into Stevens, back outside. Carmen's been good from there, and she continues.
Carmen Bragg for three.
Carmen is just such a pure shooter. She's got one of those pretty shots. Nice arc on it. Allen says, I got one. Tried it again. Nothing wrong with that. Rebounds fought for inside. Pena Guerrero was fighting for control for the Bulldogs. Sanborn. Emily Billings got it inside to Moore. They'll skip it back. Sanborn with a good head and shoulder fake. Pops it there and home. Nice play by Sanborn. Notice that about Catherine. She's one of those smart players there. If the lane is being defended, she'll pop up and take that little 5-footer. Left side now. Eves gets it out high. Nazir comes out high to Allen. She tries to penetrate. 2 on the shot clock. They'll need to get one off. They do. They rim it. No good. Sanborn. And a bump there, and Sydney Moore knocked off the rail, so it'll be on the floor, non-shooting. Second foul in the quarter. Moose have no fouls at this time. So normally we will sometimes have an interview with one of the other teams that we're playing. Boy, is Carmen on fire. I think she's got at least 4 threes.
Yeah, I think you're right, Rob.
She's got 4, and Billings. No, Emily doesn't have a 3, but Moore's got 3.
I think Dommy's got 2.
Yeah. So boy, they're lights out here. Sanborn's going to pop. Ironed. Back outside. Catherine again. She'll skip it high. They'll come out on Carmen now. Nice pass by Carmen inside to Sanborn. She'll lay it home.
Catherine Sanborn.
Credit the good penetration, then kickoff pass there by Carmen Bragg. Allen was looking for some help out high. A little bit of shuffle step going on. Back into the game here for the Moose, Kylie Kemp. Monmouth Academy grad. Sanborn. Nice pass into Stevens. Stevens will go. Laid a little hard off the glass. Rebound by Pena Guerrero.
Yeah, I think it was one of those plays you end up getting around the entire defense. You're expecting a little contact, and there's just nobody there, and put a little bit too much on it.
Pena Guerrero going to take the pop. Try to get it off the glass. Couldn't do it. Head of the pack here is Billings. Emily up and home. Emily Billings.
Emily Billings.
Emily had the sneak away. And let's see. We're going to have a 30-second timeout on the floor, so this will give us a chance to hear from our good friends at the Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation.
The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation is proud to support Munson Media's production of live streaming high school sports. We recognize the hard work and dedication of Maine's high school student athletes, and we applaud Munson Media's pioneering live streaming efforts. The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation.
Back here at Augusta Civic Center, Rob Munzing, Nate Munzing. .327. We're in the second. This Moose Call made possible by our fine anchor sponsors, Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation, Maine Athletic Fundraising, and Spectrum Healthcare Partners. Say hello to any of the parents, family, or friends of the Bunker Hill Community College kids. If you're watching down there in the Most of these kids, I think, when I heard it said, were down in the Boston area. And Allen from Saugus, Mass., just outside of Boston. Just under 3 minutes, Allen. Will get the ball back. Head and shoulder fakes. Allen goes. She's going to be ridden down there a little bit by Emily Billings, and Emily's going to get the foul called on her. It's on the floor. It's only the first, so it'll be side out. Comes in quickly. Pena Guerrero goes up and home.
Number 21, Lady Pena Guerrero.
Up high, Kylie Kemp down in at Stevens' feet. She drilled the pass into Carmen. Carmen went up, and the ball is somewhere down in there and held. Stolen away. That was nice hustle by Emily Billings. And Emily may have hurt herself there. She's on the floor. I think she might have tweaked her ankle. Hope she's going to be okay. Kids will help her up. She went down a little awkwardly, so I think that's what may have caused the problem in the ankle area. So we'll see. We're going to get some attended by the athletic training staff from Maine General Sports Medicine. And that looks like it's going to take a little bit of time. So why don't we step away here a little bit, and we'll take a break. We will come back. And when we do, we'll resume action here and tell you the score, 57-10. We're back after this.
Your local school or group looking to raise money?
Our goal here at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise your program or group the most amount of money possible in the shortest amount of time, hassle-free.
Over the last 3 years, we've been able to raise over $10,000 every year, which has really allowed us to get the extra stuff the kids really need to run a successful program.
One of our biggest goals at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to really develop a relationship on the ground with the coaches, the community, and the boosters that are involved, and help bring them together and understand how important it is to fundraise.
Junior Trojan football and cheering would like to thank Maine Athletic Fundraising for allowing us to build this beautiful facility. We raised $18,000 in our first year with Maine Athletic Fundraising, $28,000 last year, and we hope to top that again this year.
Personal escort service right here, Coach Laney. That was funny when I went out and cradled her in her arms and walked her to the bench. That's above and beyond the call of duty, Coach. That's great. That's, hey, their family. It's all about it. That was awesome to see. Out high. Goes back to Carmen. She has been on fire. No, not that one. I put the jinx on her. Try to get into Pena Guerrero and went off her out of bounds. The Moose don't need it, but we've given them one extra point here. It's 57-10 according to the scoreboard. Maybe they messed up on the scoreboard. I'm not sure.
Number 10.
Sydney Moore for her fourth three of the game. The three-point shooting's been out of this world for the Moose. They were out here early going through their pregame and their shots. Good defense by Sydney Moore. Be out of bounds. I don't think we're going to have a halftime interview as we normally have between these games, as the men aren't playing tonight, so a few of them may be around, but they're not here as a team tonight, as They're probably even practicing somewhere at this time. So a lot of times I think the Moose practice over at the Armory. There comes Sydney again. That basket for Sydney tonight looks like as big as the ocean from the shore. Popped home outside by Pena Guerrero. She's got a 3-point shot. About a 4-second differential between game and shot clock, so the Moose will need to launch. It's on the line and out of bounds, so it'll be Bunker Hill, and the shot clock will be off now. 18 seconds left in this second quarter. Pena Guerrero got it stripped away. 7 seconds left. Comes Sydney with it. Sydney fakes the pass and lays it in. And that one heat from full court didn't hit its mark. So we're played one half of basketball. It's all Moose on this Moose call. 65-13. Kids are coming out to go through their halftime routine. We'll go through ours. You'll hear from some of our sponsors here. You're watching Moose Basketball on MunsingMediaSports.com.
Falmouth Orthopedic Center. Central Maine Orthopedics. OA Centers for Orthopedics. All play on the same team. Maine's top orthopedic practices have joined forces for more efficient and affordable orthopedic care. Introducing Spectrum Orthopedics.
The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation is proud to support Munsing Media's production of live streaming high school sports. We recognize the hard work and dedication of Maine's high school student athletes, and we applaud Munsing Media's pioneering live streaming efforts. The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation.
PTSD is something these guys never asked for. It is beyond their conscious control. It is a problem that is rooted in the subconscious, so you can't talk somebody out of PTSD. The problem is so severe that every single day, 22 veterans look at their lives and decide to end it rather than keep living it. To some degree or the other, my entire team has first-hand knowledge of PTSD themselves in various ways, and that helps tremendously because when our veterans approach us, they know immediately. They don't have to explain anything. We get it, and that is part of our success story.
One of my biggest things I do not like is when I'm at a store, the registers. A store I can walk around in. If I get overwhelmed somewhere in an aisle, I'm able to move to a different part of the store, but the register, it's no man's land, and I'm stuck in a line and I can't go, so I don't like people behind me. And when he's with me and he's touching me, I'm a lot more relaxed, and I can deal with the credit card and swipe it and not, oh my God, and freaking out.
The program in its current form has taken, I'd guess, about 80 dogs and 80 veterans. Very successfully so, I may add. We routinely see spectacular successes in our veterans, to the point when I usually do the intake when we have a veteran applicant, and I always tell the veteran, actually at the very first meeting, that my personal goal is that within 6 or 8 weeks of starting the program, I want friends, family of the veteran to call me and say, I can't believe that. What have you been doing?
Training was pretty intense, but I found it fun. It got me out of the house. We walk everywhere and meet people that before I would have just kept walking, and now we stop and we talk, and we talk about the program. We talk about him a lot. He brings a smile to a lot of people's faces, and I enjoy that. That makes me smile.
Like having a soldier again. make you train your shoulders. That's something I was missing. I didn't have that, and it was good to have a group of people that actually listen to you.
As a physician, I think we are well equipped to listen rather than to talk, to be able to view a situation or the world in general through somebody else's eyes. Again, you can only successfully train a dog if you are able to watch what's going on through the dog's eyes.
I've never met an individual like Hagen. He's just so pure, and you know, he's just an incredible man that has helped inspire me to be better. He's helped me with the VA, other, you know, medical conditions. He's reached out for me and just been really supportive.
It is tremendously satisfying. I'm certainly not a hero, but I have the honor of knowing a few. What I learned with the veteran work directly translates into clinical practice and administrative functions to deliver better health care at significant lower cost.
Say hello to Scrubby. I'm the Spectrum Schnauzer, and I'm ready to go viral on your internet browser. Don't ask me to stay or tell me to sit. I enjoy being active and love to stay fit. Keep an eye out for Scrubby when you're out in the streets. I like high fives better than sugary treats. It's my goal to help others get out and be healthy, but I never turn away a chance at taking a selfie. There's a lot to know about Scrubby, but these are just starters. You can learn more. Just visit Spectrum Healthcare Partners.
We have a wonderful group of physical therapists, physicians, surgeons, front office staff, and clinical assistants who help provide the highest quality of care to patients in need of orthopedic care in Brunswick. Mostly we see sprains and strains. We do provide fracture care for minor fractures. We have a full range of orthopedic coverage, and so if surgery is necessary, we have surgeons that we can refer to in-house who can take that next step and bring the patient safely through the surgical process. I believe the Brunswick office for OA Centers for Orthopedics is unique in a number of ways. We have a very strong community integration with the local high schools and with Bowdoin College. We work closely with the athletic training staff at Bowdoin College to help provide care for their athletes. We also work closely with the college administration to provide care for the staff and faculty over there.
Bowdoin College is one of those organizations that we want the best, and we feel that OA is the best. Their physicians are incredible with our athletes, with our students. Also, they take the time to talk with them and make sure they understand their issue, their injury, what have you, and be able to refer them to the right path. Either as a physical therapy, is it to a surgeon within the OA group. So that is one that we want. We don't want our students to go to one doctor and they have to wait 2 weeks or 3 weeks to go to another doctor for another opinion or something. The OA gives us the ability to see our team physician, then within 24 or 48 hours see a specialist if we need to, and be able to get the athletes peace of mind regarding their injury. Also the parents, make sure they have peace of mind that their child is being taken care of at the best possible way.
Physical therapy and occupational therapy at OA treats a variety of problems from your head to your shoulder, to your low back, to your ankle, hand, and wrist. This can be from a trauma, from overuse, sports-related, recreational activities, work, or anything of that nature. We as physical therapists work as part of a continuum of medicine with OA. You can see our doctors in a walk-in clinic or with a specialty visit, and they can manage your acute injury, and then if physical therapy is required, we can be utilized as a recovery tool, either preoperatively, postoperatively, or in association with a regular injury, to make sure that we can seamlessly communicate with the physicians and get you back to what you desire to do. The OA offers several specialty programs. We do running assessments, we do bike fit assessments, we do throwing analysis, we do concussion rehab, we do custom foot orthotics, and golf swing analysis. Here in their Brunswick location, we treat concussions, we do running analysis, we do custom foot orthotics, and we do golf swing analysis. We utilize other resources throughout the company for our throwing assessments and our bike fits as necessary.
One of our specialty programs here is a golf swing analysis. So I'm certified through the Titleist Performance Institute as a golf fitness instructor. And they break it down in medical professionals, golf professionals, and fitness professionals. So I qualify under the medical professional category, and just go through, and look at a physical screen and a full video analysis of someone's golf swing and break that down. But it's a team approach between those three professions. We look at starting from the head down, looking at neck range of motion all the way down to your foot, looking at different functional movement screens and seeing how someone goes through that. It's not for any set population. It can be your weekend golfer, your golfer with a lower handicap that's played on circuit before. It can be for anyone and everyone that plays golf.
We have a very open door policy where the therapist can wander into my office and discuss patient care, and I can move into PT and observe some of the therapy going on there, and we can really collaborate to bring the best care to the patient.
I just personally feel I came here to work in Brunswick because it's a small town. I'm from a small town, and I like seeing that I treat people's daughters and sons and spouses. Very commonly, we get good outcomes, and patients go and talk to their family members about those outcomes. So seeing the entire family and just getting to know them and build relationships not only with the patients, but their family members is, for me, a fun thing.
One of the other nice things about an integrated practice like OA Centers for Orthopedics is the fact that we can leverage some of our size to provide care that may not be found typically in a smaller town like Brunswick. With our Portland office and with our Saco performance facility, we have at our discretion more tools than might otherwise be found in a small office like this. So I think that's one of the nice things about having a big practice like OA Centers for Orthopedics.
The Levitt Hornets have established themselves as one of the leading football programs in the state of Maine.
Goes to down, it's got his man wide open down the seam, going to be 6. Touchdown Hornets, just what the doctor ordered.
And the Hornets know when it comes to fundraising that Maine athletic fundraising is just what the doctor ordered.
So here we are today at Levitt Area High School, and I've been working with Coach Hathaway. This will be my 9th year kicking off his team. They're a great program in the state of Maine, and I enjoy kicking them off every year. They've got motivated kids, and they do a real good job with the fundraiser every year. I think you guys are ready to roll. What do you think? Yeah. Good luck, guys. Thank you. You got it. You're all set.
So we've been working with Maine Athletic Fundraising for the last 10 years with Mark Smith. Mark's been very helpful to our program. The nice thing is we're in the preseason, double sessions, a lot going on, but they come in and take care of everything. Give the players a good talk, pump them up for the fundraising, get them the materials they need and some ideas to sell the cards, and then they get the kids out and go. So it's been very helpful to our program. We've been able to raise thousands of dollars every year, and it helps us out a lot.
PTSD is something these guys never asked for. It is beyond their conscious control. It is a problem that is rooted in the subconscious, so you can't talk somebody out of PTSD. The problem is so severe that every single day, 22 veterans look at their lives and decide to end it rather than keep living it. To some degree or the other, my entire team has first-hand knowledge of PTSD themselves in various ways, and that helps tremendously because when our veterans approach us, they know immediately. They don't have to explain anything. We get it, and that is part of our success story.
One of my biggest things I do not like is when I'm at a store, the registers. A store I can walk around in. If I get overwhelmed somewhere in an aisle, I'm able to move to a different part of the store, but the register, it's no man's land, and I'm stuck in a line and I can't go, so I don't like people behind me. And when he's with me and he's touching me, I'm a lot more relaxed, and I can deal with the credit card and swipe it and not, oh my God, and freaking out.
The program in its current form has taken, I'd guess, about 80 dogs and 80 veterans. Very successfully so, I may add. We routinely see spectacular successes in our veterans, to the point when I usually do the intake when we have a veteran applicant, and I always tell the veteran, actually at the very first meeting, that my personal goal is that within 6 or 8 weeks of starting the program, I want friends, family of the veteran to call me and say, I can't believe that. What have you been doing?
Training was pretty intense, but I found it fun.
So we rejoin you here getting set. We got the stats here. I want to thank the scorers table for sending those up. And as we indicated to you that Sydney Moore shooting lights out. She's 7 out of 10, 5 out of 7 on three-point shots tonight. She's got a total of 19 points. Carmen Bragg's got 11 points. She's 3 for 5 on three-point land. Dormy Lewis early on, she hit 2 out of 3 from three-point land. Moose is shooting 10 out of 16 from the arc, beyond the arc, 65 points. Caitlin LaFountain, the National Player of the Week, 16 points. She's 4 for 4 in her shooting. So underway here for the second half. You're just joining us, the Bunker Hill Community College team. They're in the dark uniforms. They're going left to right. Moose in the home white. Bulldogs are the nickname of the Bunker Hill Community College team. Got to see some of our wonderful sponsors at halftime, what they do. Good little cut that's that time, and up and in for Pena Guerrero. Well, Sydney says, I've been hot, I'll stay hot.
Sydney Moore for 3.
22 points here for Sydney. Bulldogs looking to work it down in. Casimir's got it outside. She's defended by Domi. Domi says, I'll take that. Stole the lunch money, right in lunch line. What else is new?
Number 10, Sydney Moore for 3.
So Sydney keeps racking them up. So that's, let's see, she was 5 for 7. 7 for 9 now. Domi had 11 in a game earlier this year. Carmen's going to pop, and boy, the Moose. The Moose are shooting lights out. Let's see what the percentage was. Total field goal percentage here is out of this world. They were shooting 62.5 in the first half. Again, want to thank them for sending the stats up. It really helps us. It makes us sound like we know what we're doing. Officials for tonight's game, Wayne Prescott, Nick Murray, and Clayton Pottle. They've got this thing figured out, and they did early on, so...
Number 43, Kate Stevens.
Kate hit them both. In the paint. Allen's got it. She's going to pop it outside and get it home.
Number 20, Jessica Allen.
Jessica Allen, the 5'5" freshman from Saugus. I like saying those North Shore names because I know how to say them all, Nate. You know, I wish somebody was from Peabody. You know, I'd like to lay a couple of Peabodys on people. Domi rolled it up, and Caitlin got pushed into the parking lot. I'll go help her up.
Doesn't make any sense to me why Massachusetts can't pronounce their own towns correctly. It's just the way it is. It's unbelievable to me. I don't get it. But
Leominster, huh? Gloucester. You grow up with all those when you're down there, and then you can make, we Massachusetts people a little arrogant at times, so we like people to mispronounce the names, so we can correct them.
Correct them, that's right. See, that makes sense to me.
What do you mean Peabody? It's Peabody.
I mean, you can't argue with them because they're such old towns and cities.
Right, yeah. Pop outside, no. I remember somebody up here one time said, you're from down Massachusetts. You know where Haverhill is? Haverhill. I said, Haverhill? I said, that must be in the western part of the state. We don't know anything out there. I said, spell it. He didn't spell it. I said, Haverhill.
That one to me, really.
Yeah. $78-17. We're making fun of Massachusetts towns and cities here. We don't. Dropped inside and a little tussle. Coach Laney's gone to the bench early and often in this one. Everybody's had a little rotation through, and she's going to start the rotation again as Sanborn's going to go to the scorer's table and come in. Domi from the parking lot rolls it out. Carmen's got it back inside to Kate Stevens, and then there's the finish by LaFountain. Couldn't get it home, got whacked on the head, and she'll go to the free throw line. So all moves on this one. And I'm sure they're thankful that Bunker Hill was able to come up here on short notice here after, was it Great Bay? Was it Great Bay?
Great Bay, yep.
Great Bay dropped their schedule and left the Moose in a lurch. And, they hate to give up any games at home here because this is a tough venue to get. So they had the Augusta Civic Center for the venue, and Bunker Hill was magnanimous enough to fill in on the schedule, and I'm sure Coach Laney, the coach, and the AD, and all the roles that she plays, very happy that they did this. Kept alive. Nice hustle there, but it comes in the hands of Domi Lewis, head of the pack, is chasing it down now is Sydney. She's got to go out into the parking lot to get that one. You almost need what you have in soccer, and you get some ball girls or ball boys down there to get the balls when they roll out like they do in soccer and get them back in. Allen looking for some help, looks for the cutter. Can't find anybody, now gets it outside. Neve's got it inside. They'll roll it up, won't go. Couple of opportunities, and getting fouled in the action is there, so she'll go to the free throw line. Head coach for the Bulldogs, Jen Colburn Logan. So Bunker Hill will take the trip south after the game, and thankfully it's a nice night. They'll have good traveling weather. That's always a concern of these teams that travel throughout the Northeast during the winter season. 79-19. Kylie Kemp got it back outside and dished inside to Stevens. She can't get it to finish and knocked out of bounds. And it'll be Moose basketball. Stevens to inbound here. Kate looks for Cutter. Carmen finally popped out, rolled it off, rebound. Kemp's got it, and Kylie's home. Allen outside here for the Bulldogs of Bunker Hill Community College. Cashmill. There goes, but she got cut off and then laid it up and didn't go. Fights for the rebound out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bulldogs. Bulldogs inbounded. It's into traffic and kept alive, but here comes Sydney with it. Sydney Moore, right side, Sanborn, back to Moore. Nice pass by Sanborn to Moore for two.
Sydney Moore.
25 points now for Moore in this one. Nice pop outside.
Number 23, Danica Naziri.
And, we're waiting for play to come back up. Okay. Somebody had a shoot difficulty. They fixed it up, and we're back going. Inside to Stevens. She got the cut to Kemp. Kemp went up, got hit. Tries to put it up, gets it loose again. Stevens back outside. 3-point shot is good for Carmen Bragg. So Carmen picks up where she left off as well. Carmen had 11 points in the first. She was 3 of 5 from three-point land. So that's her 4th 3. Sydney, nice head shoulder fake and finish.
Sydney Moore.
It's going to be great back-to-back games for Sydney and very good confidence-building games as, Sydney's going to become another, really good scoring threat here in the second half, Nate, as they head into the crunch time of once they get through this first semester. Kate's all alone. She'll lay it in.
Yeah, that's a good point, Rob, because, down the stretch, you're going to have teams that are going to focus on taking LaFountain and Bragg and Dami Lewis out, so you're going to have some production somewhere else. So having a little bit of confidence from her and the way that she's played these last 2 games, if you can get that production from her, that's going to help your team tremendously in those situations.
Well, we've seen, between the 2 venues, the 2 sites that we're covering this year, down at Central and up here at the UMA, so we've seen a lot of the teams, the women's teams, and it looks to me like there's the 3, there's Central, UMA, and Southern, and UMA's already played the first round of games against both those teams. They have to play those games on the road in the second half of the season as they'll visit Central and they'll visit Southern Maine. We'll have that Central Maine game, and you can watch the Southern Maine game as well as the Seawolves do a great job with their live streaming as well. And so you can see, you'll be able to see both those games. Whew.
Number 10, Sydney Moore.
The 2 games against those 2 opponents for the Moose in the first round were tightly contested. With Southern was a 2-point game. That was the 62-60 game, Nate, I believe, that we covered here. That went down to the wire. And then there was the Central Maine game where Central and UMA were locked in a battle, and Central Maine pulled away in the 4th.
Yeah, and that's going to be the focus, right, for Coach Laney, is going to be how to game plan and be able to go against Central and what they need to change up from the first time that they saw each other, right? Because early in the season, they didn't have the endurance that they do now, although, LaFountain's in phenomenal shape. You brought up the fact that the cross country has helped her a lot, but it's still different. The cutting, jumping, and running is so much more plyometrics than you are running in cross country. So you really got to transition. Your body's got to make that adjustment as well. So,
that's where the more scoring comes in too. For the with Carmen shooting lights out like she's been doing as well. She didn't shoot much in that first game, and in what we're talking about with Sydney Moore and the kids off the bench are coming in contributing a lot more than they were earlier on in the season. They're getting good minutes out of everybody. So that's something you got to look at, because the two premier players in the whole league that we've seen, Nate, is it's the 2 kids that have been recognized as Players of the Week and now as National Player of the Week with Caitlin. It's, Caitlin and Reynolds from Southern,
Right.
So.
Well, and that's the thing. So Central always pressures the ball at an intense, high intensity throughout the entire game. That didn't really affect UMA.
No, they did a good job with that.
Throughout the game. Not until the end, when they got a little tired, did it kind of, rear its head as being something difficult to be able to match up against. So that might be a little different. I mean, they've got great ball handlers. So, one of the things they might be able to do is be able to get a couple of quick ones and get them out of that. Maybe see a zone. We know how they handle the zone. They do a tremendous job. Coach Laney's done a fantastic job, and they have the right personnel. I think that's one of the more important things that we've noticed during this season is how the personnel has really contributed to being able to have 5 scorers on the court at one time.
Yeah. And we'll look forward to that matchup. It could be a really good one. Even in the first game, it was early in the season, very early in the season.
Yeah, I think it was the second game of the season.
Brooke Reynolds, there's 2 Reynolds, the freshman Jordan and Brooke, the senior. Brooke is Player of the Week in the league this year, and Brooke and Caitlin are like peas in a pod. They both got great floor games. They're both tenacious on the boards. They're great competitors. They play the whole game. They're great to watch play, and those 2 went after each other in a big way in that first game, and it's going to be a great matchup. Really going to look forward to it. We're tickled that we're going to be able to be down there to cover that game, and it'll be a home game for us doing the Mustangs game, so we'll be all excited about the Mustangs. As we put a little home flavor on this, as I'm sure you know, and that will end it for the third quarter. So we'll come back. We'll finish this one out here from the Augusta Civic Center. But we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have fourth quarter action after this.
Falmouth Orthopedic Center. Central Maine Orthopedics. OA Centers for Orthopedics. All play on the same team. Maine's top orthopedic practices have joined forces for more efficient and affordable orthopedic care. Introducing Spectrum Orthopedics.
Here we go, set for the fourth. Been on Moose, early and often. Want to let you know, I want to check the game time next week for the Unity game that we'll be here to cover. Yeah, so 6 and 8 o'clock start. It'll be next Tuesday. The Rams will rumble down from Thorndike. Women at 6. Men at 8. And that'll wrap it up for the semester for our schedule here for the Moose. Neves outside, got tipped away. Domi Lewis with it. Domi goes. Soto Hernandez might have got away with a little push. Catherine Sanborn brings it up, slows it down a little bit. Kicks it back outside. Wouldn't be surprised if the Moose took some time here off the shot clock. Domi passed up a shot there. Catherine goes in, fights for the rebound, doesn't get it. Yabs with it outside. Going to hold. Goes left. Goes in. Gets blocked by Kate Stevens. Stevens almost got it ripped away, but managed to get it and control it and get it over to Sydney Moore. Sydney out front. Carmen now. Domi Lewis. Tipped away and loose. Sanborn does a good job athletically to go back and get that one. Here comes Catherine. Heads up. They need a shot, so Catherine will launch. And shot clock violation. says Clayton Pottle, one of the officials here tonight. Bunker Hill in the offensive end trying to work the half-court set. That one got deflected. Comes Carmen Bragg with it. Carmen's going to slow it down. Sanborn launches. No. Loose. Saved in bounds. Yevs with it. Looks to get it inside. Does. Cashmiel back outside. Nazaire got it stripped away. Soto Hernandez with it here. Off the iron and rebound. Sydney Moore. Sydney's been on fire, but she's been passing up shots here in the fourth quarter as the Moose have been content just to run the ball through some sets on the half court, take some time off, as you would expect. Little pop from the corner, and
Number 10,
Sydney's good. Thought I heard a whistle. No? Must have been a squeak of a sneaker, mimicking a whistle sound. Moore with the rebound. Muncie Media will be starting the winter sports season. We'll bring you a combination of high school basketball that'll go along with our coverage of the colleges, Central Maine Community College and UMA. Cover them both. But we'll also be picking up high school basketball and hockey. I think we're the only group probably concentrating as much on hockey as we do basketball this winter. Domi didn't pass up that one and knocked home another three. I don't know what the team record is for threes in a game, Nate. The Moose might be close to that. They're way ahead in this one. Moore's got it down low, skips it. Stevens. They take the shot clock down. And Sanborn got it up, no shot violation. Long shot outside is good. Nazaire.
Number 23, Daphnika Nazif for 3.
So 3-point shot that time. Comes Sanborn. Catherine will put it up. Got the rebound, trying to get it out. She does. Domi gets it back into Catherine. She gets bumped, and a 3-second violation, I think. Yeah, 3-second violation. Kylie Kemp checking in the game here for your Moose. Back-to-back Moose calls for us. 2 dominant performances by the women. Men had a tough one last night. Geez, they played tough as nails, and they actually had a lead about halfway through the second half, and they saw it evaporate as UMaine Machias kept their poise when they lost the lead and came back on the UMaine men. Men a little wind-starved, working hard, trying to get it together. Be a good matchup with Unity next week. Typically the Moose and the Rams match up in the men's game very well. Probably won't be quite that way in the women's game as UMA's had their way with the Rams here in the years that we've done the games here from the Augusta Civic Center. Tried to force inside, getting a piece of it was Casmille, and came all the way back down. Sanborn's got it. Catherine's had a lot of action here in the second half and done a lot of good things with the ball, offensively and defensively here for the Moose. Skipped inside, Sydney Moore. Sanborn's got it. Not sure where that yell came from. They tried to skip it inside, and it's going to come off to Bunker Hill. This is Gomes with it now in the game number 2. She's got it. She'll take it back outside. As we said, all freshmen on this team, except for the one sophomore. I haven't seen her in the game here so far. Sanborn with it. 3:25 left. Not many whistles here in the second half. You're going to have to commit like
plain running time. At this point.
you're going to have to commit a felony out there to get a foul.
Number 12, Carmen Bragg.
Carmen took it left side and got it home. So the Moose well on their way, and they were early. They jumped out early on in this one. Good putback up and by Jessica Allen. From Saugus. Saugus, when I was in school, they were the Saugus Sachums, but I think a lot of that.
Sachums?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
What is that?
I think it was an Indian nickname.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Up and in for Sanborn, pretty one.
Catherine Sanborn.
108-26.
Well, you mentioned Haverhill earlier, and they're the Hillies. That one,
yeah,
that one always made me jump.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they are. The Haverhill Hillies. Well, probably was the Hills of Haverhill, I guess.
Thing is, it's just that doesn't exist. I don't know what a Hilly is.
I'm not sure. Not sure. Some of them are, nicknames you got to wonder about a little bit. It's probably a local thing, like the Salem Witches. You know all about that, why that makes sense. Not too many witches nicknames around. Here in the state of Maine, we got the Brewer Witches. Fought for, comes back outside to Stevens. Carmen's going to pop and hit.
Number 12, Carmen Bragg.
Carmen is shooting lights out. These 2 games have been great for Carmen because she's really found, that sweet spot, and she's really shooting the ball exceptionally well. She and Sydney, and as we said, we think that's going to pay off huge dividends.
Yeah, I always wonder if this, mid-season break is beneficial.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it?
Or does it become more of a problem because right now they're playing so well, and like you said, they're getting contributions from people that are hitting at a high percentage of shooting fantastically, and then they're going to go into their break, to be able to jump back into that.
Yeah, they'll come back after Christmas. They do go for some, before they get back in the league play, I think they hit some holiday tournaments. But they won't have any home games. As we say, because we cover a lot of games up here in this area, Munson Media, with the tournaments and things of that sort. And, we see teams come in here and they're throwing concrete bricks around here because of the shooting background being what isn't. And when they have these games, it is like it is so wide open because they don't pull the bleachers out at the ends, and, you don't have the people there.
I think the Civic Center's done a better job of that this year, that they put all the games that we've done, they've put the chairs down at the bottom, and they've closed off all the open space as much as they possibly can with the curtain. So I think that's probably helped a little bit. Because before they used to leave that wide open, they used to have people sit in the stands, which made it a little bit more difficult. But come tourney time, they'll have later in the season, they'll have the bleachers out, which makes it a little bit better.
Yeah, when we come in for the Moose will end up their regular season. Usually the week they set the gym up for the tournament, the Moose will have a couple of home games in here that we come and do, and that finishes off their schedule before the Elite Eight.
Yeah, and I believe next year we'll be able to cover the league championship out of Central Maine Community College.
Yeah, Dave Gagne was talking to us about that, so that will be awesome. We'll do that. We'll do that upright.
Yeah, because every now and again you kind of feel like you didn't finish the season because we don't get to cover that, but we will next year, so that'll be good.
Yeah, and to get into there'll be the Elite 8 will be 8 out of 9 teams. So this one's going to finish up with the score 112-26 as the Moose will hold the ball here. Congratulations to the Moose on back-to-back wins. Going away, 80-50 last night, 112-26 here over Bunker Hill Community College. So that's going to do it here from the Augusta Civic Center. We'll catch you next Tuesday here, high above courtside, when we cover Unity College at the Moose. For Nate Munsing, I'm Rob Munsing. So long, everybody.